So today we're going to do something a little bit different. Now normally when I film a video, I usually do only one or two topics. Well, today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to cover 4 stories into one video. This is going to be a long video, but trust me, stick around, you might like it. Today we're going to focus on 3 Apple news. Let's give a little love to Samsung and Android. So today we're going to cover 4 things. We're going to cover AirPods, new iPads, the new iPod Touch, and also the Galaxy S10. So stay tuned and enjoy the show. Welcome back to another video. I'm just pulling up the article. Welcome back, everybody. And today we're going to talk about, as I said, 4 stories. Everything will be appearing on the screen, what we're going to cover, and I hope you guys enjoyed today. Also, if you haven't noticed, I'm rocking D-Rose. Love you, man. Anyway, let's get this video started. So, up on the chopping block, first video up on the block. Also, I hope you guys like the new lighting. I have increased the brightness, so let's hope that fixes a little bit. But story numero uno is the AirPods 2. Now, if you guys don't know by now, AirPods 2 are coming out. It has been rumored and speculated that it's going to have these features and stuff. Well, if it hasn't been proven by now that we're going to get AirPods 2, and you can also check out my other video that I made a while back talking about AirPods 2, which will be up in the corner. But look at this image, or wherever I put it. Take a look, and this is basically confirmed from 9 to 5 Mags, talking about the new pop-up feature. When you set up your AirPods 2, they now have the blank Siri, or the magic words, yes. So, when you say the magic words, this is what it will look like. You can enable it, and now AirPods have the Siri free feature. So, this is our indication that AirPods 2 are coming in the first quarter. So, if you needed any more confirmation, this image proves it. And also with the Bluetooth 5.0 patents and also things that Apple had to announce before they could put it on sale. So that's that. Let's get into story numero 2. It's going to be a little fast today, but I want to get into story 4, which I'm a little excited for. So, story numero 2, we are going into the new iPads. Now, according to EEK, Apple has filed these patents. Not patents, I'm sorry guys. Apple has filed basically, according to this article, and I will leave it in the description, they have filed with the Eurasian Economic Commission, which is basically they have to file these paperwork before revealing the products could go on sale. They have revealed the 5 different models they have unveiled. So the model numbers I'm going to read out are A2123, A2124, A2126, A2153, A2154. And also they have other separate registers of A2133 and A2152. So these are obviously different iPad models, probably the Wi-Fi and cellular versions. We could only speculate that these are the new iPad budget that they're making and the Mini 5 we are praying and hoping. But in iOS 12.2, with some other further research, it is shown that the 4 iPads are referenced in iOS 12.2, the Wi-Fi and cellular, but also they will not have Face ID. So obviously we knew that, and it's also a way to keep the budget down, because I know Apple, they need to get the sales up, and if you want to keep the budget iPad in $329 price range, that's the way to go. So, we're going to see how Apple pulls this off, but I'm excited for these new iPads. I probably will not be buying them since the iPad I have now is fine. That goes for everything. So, normally you guys expect me to give reviews and stuff, but I don't think I'll be buying new iPads or any technologies for this year. Maybe down the further line with a new iPhone and things like that, but I will pick up the new AirPods, so you can expect me to get those, because I've had these AirPods for 2 years, going into 3. They've held up the test of time, and they still work great. I'll give a review on that. But that's basically story numero 2. And number 3, the iPod Touch. Coming from the same article, it references the iPod Touch with no Touch ID or Face ID. So Apple is obviously going to keep this in the budget friendly. Again, this will be the only product that they have that has none of that feature. It will, however, probably have a new processor, and it'll most likely be called the 7th generation iPod Touch. And we're going to... I apologize about that, guys. That was a technical difficulty. I am really sorry about that. But as I was saying, the 7th generation iPod Touch will probably have a new processor, maybe a new screen. I don't think I can see Apple doing that. All I can see them doing is just keeping the iPod Touch in the lineup for a budget-friendly, entry-level device for people to get into Apple. And to all those critics out there that are saying the iPod Touch should not be there, I say you're greatly mistaken, and if anything, I think the iPod Touch, the new generation, will prove otherwise when it is released. That is my opinion. Now, let's get into the main story of the night, which is the Samsung Galaxy S10. And, oh boy. Now, as you all know, Android makers love to, quote, accidentally leak their products, Pixel 3 and XL, but with Samsung, they always claim to have an accidental Well, this time, this leak is not coming from Samsung. As a matter of fact, it's coming from a user who actually took pictures of the model, and it can only be presumed to be the Galaxy S10, and up above on the screen, that is your first look. And I have to say, from what I was saying when I made a previous video, you guys can check that out at the end of this video, I was saying how I was going to go all full screen and stuff, and obviously they've opted to that because the technology is still not there yet, they're still working on it, and they have given us a different substitution, which looks to be the hole punch, and I am not really against it actually. I can see that it's better than a notch because it's just a hole punch and there's no anything around it, it's just a hole. So I don't think that is bad at all, if anything. And if you, besides, like, it's not going to take up that much space. So I like the design. It also has a headphone jack, just keeping it out there. As for the camera setup, I believe they're going with a triple camera setup. But if I know Samsung, they're going to try to go into this trend of trying to upsell the phone. See, the thing with smartphones that I'm seeing is that there's not a lot of features to get people to switch. They have to understand that. Just not as just Apple, but every phone maker needs to understand. People are not switching from their phones just like me, and this is an example, because there's no big feature to upgrade to. Now, Apple's going to change that, obviously. They're going to try to get that in with the new iPhone, and that's probably what Samsung's doing by releasing different models. There is rumored to be the regular, Plus, and the Lite, and also the bendable phone. So there's 4 different options, but they're going to be hella expensive if I know anything, because this trend of going to $1,000 smartphone, it doesn't seem to be dying down anytime soon. But with that said though, I am definitely looking forward to seeing what they can do, and I'm hoping that Samsung doesn't go into that trend of $999 for just regular entry-level devices like the iPhone 10, 10s, 10s Max. I really don't understand that $1,099 pricing, but I do hope that they definitely have some good stuff to offer. I think I will not be switching yet, like any phone, but I want you guys to write down in the comments, should I switch over to Android for 1 year and give my opinion? You let me know. And also, let's give a bonus story. So we're going to have 5 stories. Story number 5 is the OnePlus 7. So up on the screen, if you guys, I wasn't planning this, but if you look closely, the OnePlus 7 rumored look to be coming out is going to carry over the designs that are happening in China with the slider mechanism phone. It will be a full screen. It'll also have a slider mechanism design concept. It has not been confirmed, but this is a design concept that was shown off. And I gotta say, Android phone makers are really trying hard to eliminate the notch and trying to find other alternatives. And it is really cool that we're seeing that they're not embracing the notch. There are smartphone makers that don't need the notch, and I'm really happy to see that they are one of those people. So I'm glad, and I really hope that they keep that trend going. So Android smartphone makers, I give you props, because although you guys were fucking thieves and unoriginal when you stole Apple's notch, you're definitely starting to come back now with the slider mechanism and teardrop everything. And OnePlus is no exception. They make great designing phones for great prices. So that's the OnePlus 7. I think it looks really good, and just like the Galaxy, I think they all look nice. If only Apple would just, find other ways to get rid of the notch, but obviously, they need the Face ID and stuff, and obviously there's compromises with everything. So we're just gonna have to wait and see, but I am looking forward to seeing what these smartphone makers bring to the market and can increase revenue and market share, because I think people need to start seeing the other side of the spectrum, not just because, oh, it's Android, this and that. No, why don't you try and give it a shot, just like iOS. If you have an Android, you want to try iOS, hey, give it a shot. I'm always open to trying new things. Maybe that's how some people should, but agree to disagree. So that's going to do it for the show. Thanks for watching. This is the first time I've ever done this, so this is not normal. Anyway, but thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down below, what do you think of all these news? What are you most excited for? I'm personally excited to see where Apple, Android, Samsung, everything goes this year. I'm starting to get back into the hype, and I cannot wait to see where this goes. Just please, Apple, don't drop the ball with your price numbers. That is all I gotta say. But Android phone makers, keep doing what you're doing, but just don't rip off Apple or any other company. That's gonna do it. Thanks for watching, and